So a bit of background before I go into it. My co-founder and I, who's not here, we started off trying to make an app for business travelers to connect with each other when you're abroad. But we realized business travelers who don't know each other, it's kind of an awkward match. So we've created an app that basically lets people at events like this connect with one another. And that's what Maverick is. So this is the home page. I've actually already logged in via LinkedIn, just the standard LinkedIn API. So you come in here, and you have two options. You can either explore events, or you can join a community. So I'm going to explore an event. Don't Pitch Me Bro is an event here. What do you know? And so basically what it has is it would have an event listing. And so I'll choose Don't Pitch Me Bro. And obviously this is MVP as well. But it'll give you background on what this is, and then kind of who's going, where it is. And so you can open it in Google Maps. If I press to open Google Maps, open in Google Maps, and then when, and I can add it to my calendar. So me as a attendee at the event, so this is an app I would have. I'd come into my Maverick, I'd see the event, I'd say, okay, I want to go to the event. I say I want to register at the event, and I can register as, so my co-founder has this British sense of humor. So I can register as demoing, interested in product, or scouting for girls, I guess. I'm demoing actually, so I'll click that, and so I'll go into the who, so who's there, and let's see who's there. There's 3. Oh, Alfonso's there. So with Alfonso, I can either say I don't really want to talk to Alfonso. I can say I want to talk to him now, or I can maybe save it for later. And the information that's being displayed here is pulled from his LinkedIn profile, and this swiping functionality is maybe similar to Tinder. Maybe they took ours, and so, but yeah, you can obviously see job role, company, and kind of the industry that he's in. So I'll go ahead and say, yeah, I want to talk to him. This is Dave, so I can talk to him now, or I can save it for later. And then what I can do is I can go into my connections, and I have my ongoing conversations, and I also have my contacts, so I can talk to Alfonso and say, ciao, I want to learn some English, I guess, not even Italian. Some Italian. And then it should go through, yeah. So it goes through, there's my little LinkedIn profile, and then, I don't know if you, nice. So that's a lot of the functionality. And so the idea, right, is that you would come in here and you would see someone who you want to talk to, because a lot of times events you go to aren't necessarily as small as these. Sometimes they're massive. They can be thousands of people. And our premise is you go to an event to actually meet people. That's like a lot of times what people want to go there for. And so that's the idea, is that we're going to the event, we're making it much easier for you to connect with those people. And then outside of the event, obviously, this is my conversations and my contacts outside the event. So if I want to continue the conversation, I can. So that's the idea behind events. And then there's this Join Communities feature, which is basically saying, instead of having people meet at one-off events, we can have people meet based on their alumni networks or professional interests. And that's because I'm on. Usually it loads a little faster. But anyways, there's communities in there. Okay. So I can say, okay, I want to join the Don't Pitch Me Bro community, and don't pitch me bro. So you can password protect it or not. I can join, and it's just me and Dave right now, but I'll get you guys all on it. So that's really the main core part of the app. That's really what it is. I'm trying to think what else if I wanted to give you guys any. No, we tried to keep it really clean, because I think when you go in a lot of apps, there's all these little gizmos and gadgets that are necessary. So the focus is, again, just trying to get people to connect with each other, but that would connect either in an event or would connect in a professional setting, but might not necessarily be able to do it face to face. So that's it. I actually have like some specific questions and stuff if I can.
Yes, please do.
Okay, cool. Okay, real quick. So everyone, just put your hand up if The primary reason you're here is to learn about tech or software. That's why you're here tonight, okay? Okay, hands down. And then the primary reason you're here is to maybe you want to talk to one specific person, or you have one specific person in mind that you wanted to speak with tonight, okay? And then another primary reason is because you want to network with other people. Okay. This isn't me trying to sell. I'm just trying to actually, this is good feedback for me. So if this was actually set up with Don't Pitch Me Bro, so if this actual event was registered and you can go on, would you actually use this app? Just raise your hand if you would. And you be honest. Okay.
It's a loaded question.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm going to wait for the feedback to come, and then next event you go to, Don't Pitch Me Bro, whatever. It can be whatever event you go to next, and you had this app already. Would you think to go to this app and see if that event was actually on there? Raise your hand. Okay. Okay, and then last question. If you found a contact within the app, so I was talking to Alfonso on the messaging, and then outside the event I still want to continue that conversation, would you say to yourself, I want to continue on Maverick, or I have LinkedIn, I have WhatsApp, I have all these other apps, I'd rather just use those to continue the messaging? Raise your hand if you would continue the messaging outside of Maverick. Okay, cool. Okay, those are my specific questions.
Fantastic. Round of applause.
Thank you.
So who's got the first question? Oh, very keen, okay.
Give it help.
Okay. I have not looked at the Eventbrite API, but that would be something that might be really useful for you in terms of distribution. Because a lot of it, and not just Eventbrite, but all like Quick Week or even like parties or whatever. Because then that would be an amazing distribution channel. This event was done on Eventbrite. If somebody can put either, obviously you can just put a deep link to your app or install the app. But if you can start either building partnerships or see if you can do some sort of integration, maybe just a quick URL link at the beginning to see if, I got my ticket, I paid for my ticket. Okay, so now who's going to go? Like Eventbrite is quite, and most of these white plan, whatever, are very clunky. So if you have something like your app connected to that, then that would be an amazing distribution channel. Yeah, I don't know if you've already thought about it.
No, so I agree, and I think, and there's also Meetup, right? Yeah. So Meetup is like, it's this massive Meetup ecosphere, but it's just really clunky. Meetup on mobile is terrible. I guess what we're trying to figure out is how do you hack that, because we're small, we're agile, Eventbrite's massive, Meetup's massive. They're going to be like, who are you? How do we kind of get in the doors? Because a partnership, right, that requires two legitimate companies coming together.
Yeah, but you wouldn't need to partner with Eventbrite. You would just say, hey, 3 beards, put the link to this on the Eventbrite description. You can start that way.
Yeah, so get the event organizer to...
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Oh, sorry.
Hi, I've actually run events for about 10 years, and I was head of events for a company only a couple of months ago, and used to get, I'd probably get 2 or 3 phone calls a week from companies trying to flog you some kind of app to do with events.
Yeah.
I really like this. I should probably have started with that. I think it's really cool. But I think you've got to focus on what is unique about this, because with regards to stuff like Quick Week, Eventbrite, there's lots of platforms out there, like Fatsoma as well. I think in terms of listing the events, that isn't what's unique about this. What's unique about this is the kind of way that you're networking Tinder that's going on there. And to me, that seems like the way that you're doing it seems good. And I personally think, especially for big exhibitions, where, like you said, you're in the middle of a room with a few hundred or a few thousand people there, that's where it's going to stand out. Because if you can drive people towards exhibition stands, or you can drive people towards a networking event around a specific area or around a specific subject, for me, that seems like the unique selling point. And yes, definitely, Eventbrite, you could get they must have some kind of API where you could pull all their events into your feed, and you could probably pull all the other companies' events in some way if you get the right tech bot involved. But yeah, I just thought I'd pick up on that. Okay,
yeah, another point I should have said also that I totally forgot about was just, I unplugged it. The other unique part about our app is it's on geolocation, so you can figure out kind of who's near and who's far. So especially in that community space or the you can figure out if I'm going to be in Paris next week and I want to speak to someone from my professional community. It'll sort it by basically who's actually geographically closer, so you can have that person-to-person interaction. It's a feature that is unique, but yeah, I agree. There are a ton of, to answer the previous part, there are a ton of event apps out there, and I think one thing we're struggling with is like, is this actually a space that we'd want to go into because is what we have scalable, or do we want to pivot to something else? Because there's a million kind of things in this general travel virtual connection space.
The focus around the conversations, though, is the unique mix. A lot of the other, because they're trying to monetize the event listing or trying to look at the way you're going to monetize it, and that's where other event people hit hurdles. For example, quickly, because they're just trying to get on board loads of event organizers. Which this you could drive it through the community rather than drive it via the event organizers.
Yeah, you basically make it. You just make a platform and you make it event agnostic.
Yeah.
But then you got to get the scale.
Yes, I mean everyone in this room could be using it. We go to the next event, we use it at that event.
Yeah.
Whereas the other end is they're driving it via the event organizers.
So I could have you set up the next event for all these others.
It doesn't matter who sets up the event. It's when you go to the event, you use the app.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean?
I understand what you mean. I'm just trying to figure out how the next event I would do without being affiliated with the equivalent of Don't Pitch Me Bro, the next event. I think I need to figure.
That's how you bring in those. You'd have to bring in that platforms. This is probably a bit technical for now. It's definitely talk about this later.
Okay.
But you'd pull in the likes of the listing, the people who list events, but also do the kind of back end of ticketing and stuff like that. Because this isn't about the tickets.
It's not about
No.
Yeah.
So once people have got the tickets, they then
use our app just for the social interaction.
Big Event, Fatsoma, Quick Week, Eventbrite are all trying to now move towards profiling people.
Yeah.
So that you don't need to sign up for 100 events because they've already got your profile.
Yeah.
But they're having a problem with data. Whereas if they've got a separate platform where those conversations can take place, that negates all that. And there isn't any money in that for them because they're aiming to get event organisers and tickets. So they're trying to sell tickets, and that's where they make their money in the commission on tickets. Whereas if you don't go for that, then you've got a advertising model or something like that where it would work.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, let's talk later. Man.
Yeah. So I really like it. I feel like when you come to an event like this, you're not looking for a person, you're looking for a profile. And I'm just thinking out loud, and I'm thinking like this could be something that, if you would agree with me, something that I would investigate if I were you. What I'm saying is, I don't know, I'm a developer, I'm looking for a product person, I'm a product person, I'm looking for a business person. So if there would be a way for you to say, I'm looking for this kind of profile, and then do some kind of matching, to me, it would have much more value. Because if I just have to do the Tinder thing, right, if I'm there scouting for girls, that works. Otherwise, I would rather just go and talk to you, right? Yeah. While it says marketing and advertising, but it doesn't really say what you know what I mean? Like in which stage you are, what are you looking for?
Yeah, so we have functionality right now where you can kind of search by name or by company. So basically you can search by the parameters that are coming in from LinkedIn. So like the industry, the job. So if I wanted to search for someone in my network from like Amazon, for instance, I could do that. Yeah. And that's basically what you're saying is like, I'm looking for a developer, so I should be able to look for I should be able to type in developer.
I think it would have much more value if we did one step more. Not who are you, which company you are, but what it is that right now you're there to look for as a person in a meeting.
Yeah, okay. I think, I like that. It's a question of balancing all these features because we want to make it really clean. But you're right. We need to.
Because I know, for example, somebody is here because they maybe have a developing house and they would like to pitch to people that are looking for developers, and that would be a perfect match because I'm looking for this, you're looking for that, and through the information that LinkedIn tells me, I don't have access to that level of information because that's transient information. It could be true today, but in 1 month I'm looking for something else.
Okay.
And then I would see a lot of value. Then I would feel like I want to use it.
I'm going to give you one more question because everyone's just waffled on quite a lot and we have a little bit of time. So one more question. Yeah, there we go. That's going to be it right there. I'm stuck. And also, did anyone notice I suddenly inherited a camera? Suits me.
Regarding the previous question, basically, how will you make sure that people doesn't misuse it, like marketing people and something? If you got 4, 5, or 10 decision maker in a meeting, right, in a gathering, and the rest of the 90 people are behind those people because they know who they are, what they are doing, and everybody is trying to catch them. And there is a level of, lots of marketing people try to reach some other people in the events and stuff, and if they know everything about them, they will. I mean, people will start misusing it.
How do we block spammers? I mean,
Yes, spammers, or you can say if you know there are some CEO of BT there or somebody,
Yeah.
and the rest of the people are behind him. So you might quit your
Sure.
group next time, and you will have to balance it in some way that it really serves the purpose, basically.
yeah, I think it'd be a good problem to have if I'm honest, because it means a lot of people are using it, and we have to cross that bridge when we come to it. Yeah.
Fantastic. You have all been wonderful. Big round of applause for Aaron.